All right, so welcome. My name is Kate with Scott Leroy Marketing. Today I'm going to be going over the Command mobile app. So we're going to take a look at how to download that, some of the different things you can do within the Command mobile app, and all of that stuff. A couple more joints. All right, so first things first is how do you download the Command mobile app? Now, if you're on an iPhone like I am on today, you'll just go to your app store. If you are on a different type of mobile device, you'll usually go to like the Google Play Store, and you can download it that way, okay? So for today's example, we're going to be taking a look at the App Store, and we're going to search. And when we come in and search, we're just going to hit KW, okay? I'm just going to search KW. You'll see that there are two different KW apps that are going to pop up, okay? The first one is going to say KW Real Estate. The second one is going to say KW Command, okay? So these platforms are two different platforms. The KW Real Estate one is going to be a consumer-based platform. That is for your clients, friends, family to shop around and find properties. You can download that one and use it as well. However, it does not have an agent login feature, okay? You would be signing in, creating an account like a consumer or friend would. The one we're going to be taking a look at today is the KW Command app, okay? That one's going to say Command in the title. It's going to be a red square with a YKW, and that is going to be the one we're going to want to download. Now, as you can see, mine is already downloaded. If it wasn't, it would give me the option where it says open to go ahead and download. It may have an update option there if you need to update your app. You may also see kind of a cloud with a downward arrow. That's telling you you're going to re-download it. Maybe you've already had it on your phone previously, and it's been removed. But this is the one we're going to go ahead and download. All right. Now I do have both the Command and the consumer apps on my phone, just so you can see the difference in those two. Again, Command is going to say Command at the bottom. The consumer app is just going to say KW, okay? All right. So we're going to go ahead and click on that Command one. Now, I am already logged into Command here. If you're not logged in, you're going to have a sign in button. It's going to have you put your username and password and log in. Now, those logins are going to be the same as your Command desktop, okay? So whatever you sign in on a computer for Command, they're going to be the same. You are required to enter a verification code when you are signing into the Command app now. That will be sent to your recovery email on file, okay? If you're not familiar with that email, it should be a personal non-KW email. The system doesn't actually allow us to use KW emails for those. So make sure you are checking any of your personal emails that may have been used. And if you're still not getting it, reach out to our support team. We're happy to take a look, see if you have the correct email, if there's a typo, or even update that if we can. I'll go ahead and drop our email in the chat for you guys. It is just support@scottleroymarketing.com. All right. So now that we are logged into the Command app here, you're going to see that it looks kind of similar to what you see when you log into Command on a computer. There are some differences. There are some things that you cannot do on the Command mobile app that you can do on the desktop. For example, if you are trying to create designs, if you are looking to do smart plans, some of those features are not going to be fully in the Command app. So just keep that in mind. These are meant to be like on-the-go things that you can do, and maybe later down the road they may include more, but currently some of those features are not going to be available. All right, so first things first, we're going to take a look at the top. So we're going to start where it says Scott Leroy and personal. We're going to go ahead and click that. Now, once we click that, you'll see that Scott has both a personal account and a team account. Now, you do have the option to access both of those accounts from the mobile platform. So whichever account you're looking to work in, you want to make sure you're in that account. Moving down, you're going to see profile, okay? This is going to be similar to the profile in Command, kind of the marketing profile versus the My profile. So this one is going to have some basics for you. It's going to have your photo. It's going to have your details. It's going to have your phone numbers, email, website, and your market center details, okay? It's also going to have your social media links, any of those public-facing profiles you'd like to have displayed. You can make some edits here in this profile by hitting that edit button. It's going to allow you to change your photo and any of those details that you've included there, okay? Once you make those edits, just make sure you hit that save button. We do get questions about the 201 Club. That is something provided by KW, not something you can add or remove yourself. That's just a fancy club with KW letting you know that you have 201 or more contacts in your command, okay? So if you have that, it should appear there. Moving back, we're going to click on that again. You're also going to see my business card, okay? So this is a digital business card that you can use and share. It is a little bit restricted with what you can add and edit to this business card. It's going to keep it very basic and pull from that profile we just took a look at. However, it does not pull the photo when you're sharing this. We get questions sometimes that the contact is seeing a different photo than what is in your profile. In some cases, we're seeing those pull from your Apple account, things like that. Or if they've previously had you in their phone, it will sometimes pull those photos as well. So just know that you cannot edit that directly in the command app. It's kind of a phone setting that it's pulling those. But to share this, you can go ahead and hit that little share button. That will prompt you to share it with through text, email, messages, however you generally share information on your phone. It's going to prompt you with those various different ways that you can share that information. In sharing this, it generally will add a contact card to whoever's device is getting that, and then they'll have your contact in their phone. Okay? Go ahead and close that. The next one is going to be Share My KW app link. Okay, so that's that branded consumer app that we were taking a look at before we jumped into command. This is the easiest and most accurate way to share your branded app link, okay? We do get questions on sharing it from the consumer app directly. We find that this one is the safer bet. Is going to make sure it is pulling your branded link and information. So definitely use that when you're out on the go and you're trying to share that consumer app. It's going to make it to where you don't even have to have that app on your phone if you're looking to share that. If you are by any chance having issues with the app being branded to you, definitely reach out to our support email. There's a couple of things that we can check just to make sure that your app is branded to you and that you're good to go there. And then the other two privacy policy terms and log out, those are pretty self-explanatory, so we're not going to jump into those. I'm going to go ahead and click Scott's name to put that back up. Now, the next thing we have in that top banner is the Manage Layout. So similar to Command, you can customize your view and what you see here on this home screen. So if we go ahead and tap that Manage Layout, you'll see that similar to your mobile device when you're editing your home screen, those widgets are kind of rumbling. They're moving around a little bit. That lets you know you can click on them, drag them, and drop them and move them wherever you'd like, okay? You can also hit that eyeball and hide certain things if you do not want to see them when you log in. If they're not important to you, you can go ahead and hit the little eye to either hide or restore it, whichever you prefer. You also have these little dots to the left of the name. You can also drag and drop those and move those around. So if your tasks are the priority for you and you want to see those first, you can see them as soon as you log in. And same as the other widgets, you can also hide any of that that may not interest you, okay? Moving down, you can see some other options. You can also reset this to the default setting that was originally set. Once you have your layout showing what you'd like to see and organize how you'd like, just go ahead and hit that Save button in the top right corner. That will save those changes and make them, it will update it right away in real time, okay? Now at the very top, there is a new little banner. If you are attending Mega Agent Camp coming up, you now have the ability to access and find that event information within your command platform. Similar to how they did for Family Reunion, you can go ahead and hit View Event. That's going to bring you into the Mega Agent Camp 2025. It's going to allow you to see the sessions coming up, agenda that you've set for yourself, It's also going to allow you to view speakers, exhibitors, and really get yourself prepared for that upcoming Mega Agent Camp. You can even view the map in the bottom right and get familiar with the convention center. So you can share your agenda to your calendar or with someone else if you want. So this is a great way to just get yourself ready to go if that's something you're attending. You can also dismiss that if you want to hide it and remove it from your map or from your view. Okay. As you're moving through this home screen, you're going to see that most of these little blue teal items are going to be hyperlinks. Okay. So if you click on any of those, it's going to redirect you somewhere else in the app. Okay. So any of those blue icons that are like the tealish blue, those are going to be links to take you to other places within the command app. Okay. So you'll see we have who to contact, our tasks. We can take a quick look at our opportunities, upcoming dates we might want to be aware of, and it's going to let us know that 2 widgets are hidden, okay? You're also going to see a little plus sign in the bottom right corner. That's going to allow you to do some quick little items, adding a new contact, creating a quick task, making an opportunity. Those are going to be quick little things that you can do on the go to get you started for a potential buyer or someone that you have to follow up with, okay? Clicking any of those will redirect you to those items within the app to kind of get started with those. All right, I don't see any questions, so we'll keep plugging along. If you guys do have questions as we're going, just go ahead and drop those in the chat and I will keep an eye on those. All right, we're gonna go ahead and move to the icons on the bottom of our screen. Okay, we have the house, that is our home screen. That's the screen we are currently on and seeing. The next one we have is our contacts icon, okay? This is where we can come, we can find all of the contacts in our phone. We can check out our smart views. Let's just pull up our class one that we usually use, make it easy. So you'll see all of those contacts you can quickly text or call or email based on those icons on the right-hand side. Makes it very easy for you to grab your phone and pull them up and communicate with them. And make sure that Command is tracking those activities, okay? At the top, you'll see we can view all contacts, we can view leads, recently active, and again, those smart views that we have set up, okay? The 3 little dots in the very top corner are going to allow us to select multiple contacts, okay? So we could go ahead and select a couple of those. That will allow us to perform a couple of different activities, okay? We can add them to a smart plan. You just can't create new smart plans in the Command app, but you can certainly add contacts to smart plans. You can add tags. You can also click those 3 little dots. You can add an activity, add a note. We have the ability to change the account because we have a team and a personal. So if you're not seeing that, don't worry. And then you also have the ability to merge contacts. So if you have duplicates, maybe someone was imported and they had a different phone number for a while. Now you have duplicates. You can also go ahead and merge those contacts and make them one, okay? So a few different options there. If you're adding an activity, it's going to allow you to select the interaction type, the date, and also put a brief description. Add note, similar, add the note title as well as the description. Change account, we're going to leave that one. And then merge account, if we were wanting to do those, it would kind of let us select which one we want to merge. This is giving us an error. I don't actually want to merge those. So we're going to now clear that selection. We're going to hit the X. Now the other options we have in the 3 dots are to import contacts. So if you are looking to import contacts directly from your mobile device, you can go ahead and click that button there. We're not going to go through that because it will pull up my phone contacts, but we do have a tip video that goes over how to go through that process, and it should catch those duplicates if you've already imported from your phone and let you know that only so many were imported, okay? Add with a QR code. This is great if you are at Mega Camp or if you have a QR code similar to the business card that you're trying to scan. This is going to allow you to scan that QR code and add that contact to your database, okay? So if you're at Mega Camp and connecting with other agents that you may want to work with as referral partners, that's going to be a great way to easily add them to your contacts, okay? And then, of course, you can check the system for duplicates. That's going to allow the system to identify those duplicates or potential duplicates and allow you to merge them a little bit quicker. Okay? All right. Next, we're going to just take a look at one of these contacts. So if we click into the contact card, you're going to see a lot of the same things you would see if you were in your command desktop. You'll see at the top we have the details. We then have the timeline, opportunities, smart plans, notes, and tasks. So there's still a lot of things we can do on the go when we're working in the command app, okay? There's also the three little dots at the top that allows us to edit the contact. We can save this contact to our phone. We can also go ahead and share your app link directly with the specific contact if you'd like. And you can lastly archive your contact if you need to remove them. Maybe it's no longer a valid contact and you want to take them out of your database. Moving through the details, you can mark the contact as a lead if you'd like. An error there, that's okay. It's going to let you know never contacted or last time you contacted. You can see the tags here. You can also add and remove. You'll see their basic information. We have their email, the account that this contact is in. It's also letting us know that we don't have a good email for them. It's an undeliverable email. It's not valid, of course, because we made this one up. But if it's a valid email, you won't see that. We can add neighborhoods. So if we want to get them started on smart plans for neighborhood nurtures, we can come in here, search the neighborhood, and go ahead and get those added. We can also remove any of these, share details. This will allow us to share that specific neighborhood directly with the contact, okay? Now I'm not going to make any changes to that, but you can add as many neighborhoods as you'd like. Moving down, you're going to see some of those other details. You have additional contact info as well as relationships. You also have the ability to, again, call, text, or email this contact directly. Usually, if you're emailing from your mobile device, it's going to pull up your Gmail or whatever email platform you use on your phone. You may not always see your KW email pull up if you do not use that email as a default on your phone. So just keep that in mind. You may need to adjust it. We do again have that plus sign. It allows us to add an activity, note, opportunity, task, or smart plan. So lots of different things you can do within the contact here. We can then view that timeline. This is going to give us that entire summary of any interactions with this client. You also have the new AI summary, which is going to give you an update on, or it's going to give you kind of an AI description of what's been going on with that contact. What are the last interactions and where are we standing with that person? Now we don't have any timeline events on this one. Let me see if we've got any on a different one. Nope. Let's change this. Let's do, there we go. So now we can see them. So you can also change that timeline as to when it's pulling. So it was set on the last 7 days. That'll allow you to see any of the interactions you've had with them as far back as you set that, okay? Again, you have the add activity option. That's always going to be available where you can go ahead and add those activities in the timeline and track those interactions. Next, we have opportunities. This one does not have an opportunity, but you could go ahead and create one. You can go through the opportunity type. It's going to pull the name. You can select which phase you're at with this specific contact. You have addresses. If you want to add any tags, financial information, your commission rate, everything there you can go ahead and plug in. We've got to select the market center name. And we can go ahead and hit save. Now, I can't create one, but that is how you would go through that process, and that opportunity would go ahead and pop up for you guys, okay? Smart plans. This is going to allow us to see which smart plans this specific contact is on. When is the last time that it was executed and sent to that specific contact, the day that it was added. We can also unsubscribe and view details, so we can see the full list of interactions for that specific smart plan, okay? Any notes that we've added, we can go ahead and view those there. We can also add additional notes, maybe based off of an interaction. We can also see any upcoming tasks that we may have for that specific contact. We can hit that plus sign, create a new task. Let's just do test. You can set the type. Maybe it's a call, text. You can go ahead and put whatever. We'll go do follow-up. You can add a hyperlink, set the priority. If you want to set a specific due date, if it repeats, all of those things can be adjusted and added here, okay? Go ahead and close that. You can complete those tasks when you're in here by hitting that little check mark. You can see completed and archived tasks. You can also hit those three dots to reschedule, complete, edit, etc. Okay, so lots of options there. Let's see. Question in the chat. Kimmy, you're having trouble getting your command app to pull up? It could be connection. Also, I know it sounds silly, try to restart your phone. Sometimes that will do it, but if you're watching the Zoom from your phone, you may want to wait. If you're still having troubles, definitely reach out to our support email. We can just make sure that your command itself is working, and that may help us determine next steps, okay? All right, guys, so we've gone through all of these different options in the contact, okay? Those are going to be the same for all of your contacts. You're going to have all of those features available. Okay, moving to our next icon at the very bottom is going to be tasks, okay? This is going to allow you to select multiple. Maybe you want to mark them as reschedule, or maybe you want to change the priority or archive them. You can go ahead and select those and complete those functions. You can also go ahead and hit the little check mark to complete them if you've already completed that task. You can, of course, filter, search for those tasks. You can also view them based on if they are call task or text task, okay? Moving back, of course, you can create a new one. This is going to be the same process as if we were creating it in the contact card. So it's going to be exactly the same right there. This did just bring me, I forgot to show the filters when we're in contacts. So let's just go back 1 second. When you are in your contacts, you can also filter. You can sort them. Let's reset this. We are in Smart View. If we go to filter, it's going to allow you to sort them based on their name. It's going to allow you to find them based on last contact. You, of course, have recently active. You can search for specific tags. It's going to allow you to find all of your tags if they're on a smart plan or not on a smart plan, if they're on a specific smart plan. So there are a ton of filter options when you're in contacts. Sorry, I passed that up. If you want to check the lead sources or neighborhoods, if they are on one or not. Also, if you're looking for those emails that are undeliverable or if someone has unsubscribed from your emails, you can search for those specific contacts only. You can also filter them if they have good emails. So that no alert is going to only pull valid emails that have not unsubscribed. Now, if you haven't emailed them before, it may not flag that just yet, but once you email it, it will update if they have one of those two. Okay. All right. So back to tasks. That's pretty much everything you can do right here within the tasks. So the next one we're going to take a look at is our notifications. Okay. Now, if you are someone who is actively using your website, if you are actively using your consumer app and you are getting new leads from those platforms, you definitely want to have your command app on your phone. You also want to make sure your notifications are on. Command does not always send emails when you get a new lead. So making sure that command app is on your phone and your notifications are on is going to allow you to have the quickest response time to those contacts, okay? If you have the app on your phone and notifications on, you're going to see that notification pop up and be able to communicate with that contact immediately. Now, this is notifications when they're submitting contact forms, when they're signing up for your website, anything like that that they've done on those platforms, it's going to notify you, okay? Also, interactions when they're active on your site and looking at homes and saving them. All of those interactions they're doing on those platforms, you're notified of through your command platform. So very important to have this on and paying attention to it. You can click the all notifications and go through. If you're looking for a specific type of notification, you're going to want to come here and sort them, or you can just go through all of them, okay? It's going to show you all of them. You can mark them as read by clicking the dots. You can also create a task. Maybe you need to set them up on a smart plan. Maybe you need to do a follow-up. You can also check your notification preferences, okay? This is where you're going to want to come to make sure those notifications are turned on for anything you want to be notified about right away, okay? So you have the in-app notification. If you click that, it's going to let you know mobile in-app notifications appear inside the command app. They can be accessed by tapping the bell icon. Mobile push notifications are pushed to your device when the Command mobile app is installed and the notifications are enabled. Okay, so that push notification is going to be the one that pushes it through to your phone, even if you're not signed into the phone looking at the notifications. Okay, so that's going to be the important one to make sure you're getting those right away. There is, as you can see, no email option. There's no option for them to text you. Your notifications are going to be limited to command and your command app. So that's why I definitely emphasize this. We do see emails go out for new leads, but there's no ability in the app or desktop to turn those on currently. So this is the best way to make sure you're staying in the loop with what's going on in your command platform. So as you can see, you can go through all of these. It's got a ton of different options for notifications. You can go through and apply whatever is important to you. You can also go through this on your phone or on your desktop if you're looking at those notifications and want to make sure they're updated correctly. Okay. But it's going to give you any notifications through command. If someone unsubscribes, if they sign up, if they save a home, etc., it's going to put all of those here. Okay. As you can see, there are hyperlinks on these notifications. If someone is doing something on their contact, it's going to give you the ability to click view contact, and that's going to redirect you to their contact card. Okay. So you can take a look at what's going on or reach out to them if you need to. If it's just an import, it's just going to let you know you can click to learn more. You can, of course, always access your red contacts or your red notifications as well. You can also switch them back to unread if you want to see it stay under your notification bell. And you can delete them also. Okay. All right. And you have, of course, mark all as read up at the very top in the right-hand corner. All right. So that is our notifications. Moving over to our three little lines in the bottom right-hand corner. You can here click on your opportunities. This is going to allow you to view your entire opportunity pipeline, which opportunities you have where. You can see the little circle has a number in it if I have an active opportunity there. I can view all of my opportunities, same as in command. It's going to allow me to see all of those. I can also see if I have any closings soon. They're coming up, okay? Going back to our pipeline, you can also manage your layout here, okay? If you work with landlords and tenants, you can have those available on your platform as well, okay? If you only work with landlords and tenants, you can manage that and hide the other two. You can also drag these. Maybe you work with landlords the most, you can go ahead and move that to the top, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and hide those again, but you can go ahead and manage those if you're only working with buyers, whatever works best for you, okay? Go ahead and hit save and it will update that real time. Moving over to all. This is where you can search for different opportunities. This is where you can filter them based on an opportunity type. If you're looking for a specific opportunity name, the status of the opportunity, close date, created date, tags. You can also look for contact names and find their specific opportunities. Okay. Again, you can search. Moving down into the actual opportunities, our listings are green, buyers are going to be red. You have the ability to click into that opportunity. This is where you can view all the details. When you are working in your Command mobile app, you will not have access to the documents portion. So those are things that would need to be done on the desktop. But this is going to give you a quick view of the opportunity, allow you to do some simple little tasks and things like that, okay? So you have your key dates, all of that good stuff. You can add tags if you have tasks created. Maybe you have smart due dates set up where it automatically triggers tasks for you based on an upcoming due date. All of those will appear here. You can also, of course, create notes. Maybe you're at the house with them checking something out. You can put any of those notes here that you may need to follow up on. And then the plus sign is going to allow us to add task or note. Okay, so just a couple of options there. Three little dots allows us to edit or archive the basic information here. Okay, go back. Of course, you have the tasks that appear within your opportunities. If you have specific opportunity checklists, you'll see those tasks appear there, as well as in the opportunity pipeline. And then your three little dots are going to provide extra activities. So call, text, email, view the contact, edit, and archive, okay? All of these opportunities are going to be the same. You can see a lot of these are closed, so they are not open. Let's see if this one is. This one shows under contract. So same things. You can, of course, change the phase that the opportunity is in within the pipeline if you need to here as well. Expand cards, that's going to allow you to see a little bit more information from that opportunity. You can see the name of the contact a little better and all the other details, okay? If you collapse that, it doesn't show everything, all right? And again, those links are always, those blue text is always going to be a link, okay? That's going to pull it up on the map. And I just clicked on the address when I did that, okay, guys? All right, closing soon. Again, we looked at that one. Go ahead and collapse those back up. And that is your opportunities. Now, there is a new map feature. This one is really cool in my opinion. Let's just zoom in somewhere here. This can allow you to start viewing listings, okay? Maybe you're out with a client or maybe they just want to see what's going on in the area that you're in. You can pull this up based on listings or neighborhoods. You can also pull both. If we kind of zoom in here, we can see the neighborhoods. They're starting to appear. That's going to be your shaded area with the lines. Give it a second to show up. So as you can see, we can see neighborhoods and listings. We can turn one of those off and just see those neighborhoods. We can also just see the listings. Again, this is going to be a great tool for you guys now. This pulls directly from the MLS, so it should have those active listings that are open. It's also going to show open house. So as you can see, these say open. If we click on this listing, it's going to let us know this has an upcoming open house on July 30th, okay, 12 to 2. This is a great way for you to stay on top of any listings and open houses with your client. You can click that little calendar and also add these to your calendar or share the event with your client so that they have it in their calendar. This is going to allow you to see all of the listing information. You can text, call the listing agent, email them. It's going to have all of their information right here for you. Full property description. You click those three little dots, you can go ahead and get directions using the map of your choice on your phone directly to this house. You can also share it with your contact or copy the link for the listing and share it that way, okay? If we scroll down, we can view this on the KW app if we want to. So that would be the consumer app. So if we want to see what the client's seeing when they pull this up, that's what we can pull up instead if we want to check it out that way. View all of the details again from the MLS, okay? So that was just clicking on any of those listings, but again, the ones that say open above them have an active upcoming open house, okay? With this map, you can also filter. There's a ton of filter options. You can sort them. You can view the listing category. Is it for sale, for rent, or sold? And check out those price ranges, bedrooms, bathrooms. If you want to check out the property types, maybe you're looking for specific types of properties for your client. You can look that way. Living area, lot size, year built, if you're looking for specific features a home has. There's some common ones here that you can find and filter by. If you want to add keywords, you can check the listing status, listing type, as well as listing details, okay? Open house, price reduced. Maybe you're trying to see what's going on in the area. You can look at all of those things right here, okay? You can also reset them at the top if you want to go back to the original settings. But this is a new feature, so it's really cool. If we zoom in a little bit more, we also have the little line at the bottom that says 28 results. We can click on that line and it's going to pull up a list of those properties, okay? So it allows us to view it that way as well. Instead of clicking on each individual one, we can swipe through photos, okay? 3 dots, you have directions, share, and copy the link, okay? You should be able to set the time zone. That may be in your phone settings. Let me come back. I want to just make sure I'm giving you the correct information on that. While we're in the list though, if we want to go back to the map, you could either hit the back arrow in the top left or at the bottom, it's going to have that teal button for the map. You can click that as well and it will go back to the map, okay? So this is just released. This is, like I said, a great new feature for the Command app. It really allows you to stay at the top of what's going on or what listings, wherever you're at. Okay, back to our 3 lines. We already took a look at the mega agent camp, but that's just going to take you back to the agenda. This will only be a temporary command item in here. It will go away after mega camp, and then they'll probably bring it back for family reunion. But I do love this feature. It just really helps you stay on top of these events if you're going to them. And like I said, create your agenda. I know when I'd been to family reunion before, carrying around a list of where I'm going, this is way easier. So add those agendas you want to attend. You just bookmark them, okay, in the sessions. You can filter by audience type. Maybe you're a rainmaker and you want to see different things coming up. You can click that. It's going to show you all of those specific type of sessions, okay? You can just add them to your agenda, okay? Moving back, KWIQ or Quick. This is just KW's version of the AI. You can come in here and ask it a ton of different questions. We'll just click one of these prompts. What number should I track in my business? It's going to give you an answer, okay? It's going to kind of give you that. You can ask more questions. You can also view history. Maybe you've asked a question before and you want to go back and find the answer. You can go through all of this. This is a great resource. So you can see it's providing a ton of information. I'm going to let it load before I go back up. But it even has links, follow-up questions you can ask. But if we go up to the top, it's just going to go through that. So what number should I track in my business? It's going to give me all of that. So agent growth metrics, financial metrics, etc. Okay. You can view that history. It will show you any past questions and you can delete them. And you can also hit that plus sign to go back to their various prompts. Maybe you're just curious. You can check that out. All right, 3 dots, guided tours. We won't go into this one too much. This allows you to get tours through the command app. Maybe you just want some additional information on where things are, or kind of go through that just to see if you missed anything. It's just going to give you the same tours that you get within the command app when you're doing something new. Command training. This will take you to answers.kw.com. Another great resource just to find answers or anything coming up. You can see it redirects you directly to the command app. And it's got some of those new features. So it's talking about the Mega Agent Camp and things like that, kind of just getting started with the command app. Those notifications we talked about, etc. Okay. We'll go back. And then notification preferences. Now we kind of took a look at this briefly with specific notifications. This is where you can come to manage all of them. Okay, so we were just taking a look at a small portion. This allows you to come in and manage all of them. Okay, so you can do the admin, push those notifications that you'd like to see. Associates, there are a ton in here. Okay, consumer. If you're getting tour requests or a new lead form, those are probably things you want to know about as they're coming through so you can respond quickly and make sure they are taken care of. You can come in here though and turn all of those on. Tasks, texts and calls, etc. Okay. All right, guys, that is basically everything in the command app. I am going to stick around for any questions you guys have. If you don't have any questions and you want to hop off, that is okay too. I know we're done a little bit early, so you might get some of your time back. But I'm going to hang around for any questions you guys have, and we'll go through those, okay? I'm going to go ahead and stop record though.